Begin our look at sports on the baseball diamond, where the Major League Baseball postseason opened this week. The fall and October are upon us. The New York Mets were riding high, coming in the best team in the major since August 20th. But the San Francisco Giants and ace postseason pitcher Madison Bumgarner were the reward for the Amazons and their scorching late season run. The Mets countered with their ace Noah Syndergaard, who lived up to the title in opposing Bumgarner. But the game will be decided in the ninth inning with Mets closer Jeurys Familia on the mound. Familia, who saved 51 games this season, couldn't close the door, surrendering a 3-run homer to Connor Gillespie. Gillespie became the 6th player in postseason history to hit a go-ahead home run from the 8th hole in the order in the 9th inning or later of a winner-take-all game. The other two are two of the most famous home runs in postseason history: Aaron Boone in the 2003 American League Championship Series against Boston, and Bill Mazeroski in the 1960 World Series against the Yankees. The Giants shut out the Mets 3-0. We go inside the locker room for more.
They're down, which they should be. I mean, it's human nature. They're baseball players. They were here to win. They wanted to win. Tremendous fan support tonight. Absolutely unbelievable. It was so exciting to start the game and to hear that noise. And they're down, but they shouldn't be, because there's only a few teams that could have come back under the circumstances that we came back on, and I'm real proud of them.
I mean, I know this is a game. Every time I go out there, I try to do the best I can. After that, I can control what happened, and trying to move forward. We don't mind this year, trying to keep working hard to get there next year again.
When you get all around, we had a really good season. I think we competed well. I think this last month showed how much heart we all have on this team. I think we all, with injuries and things of that nature, we all just kind of came together and really became a team, and it was pretty exciting to go for that run. Unfortunately, the ending isn't like we wanted it to be, but I think we competed all year, and TC mentioned some things that kind of brought our spirits up a little bit, and to keep our head up, because we fought pretty well.
I was pretty excited, not for myself, but just to be able to spend more time with these guys and keep playing is, especially with this team. I mean, there's so many great guys here, and pretty cool.
No, man, he pitched his heart out. He was tough tonight. But if I had to choose any pitcher in the league to go for a deciding game, it's got to be Madison Bumgarner.
And that's what I always say about Bum too, is he has good perspective. I mean, he understands the magnitude of the game, but I think he also knows that there's other things in life that are more important than baseball, and he's able to channel it just right.
Bumgarner went the distance in the complete game shutout win. The left-hander has now spent 23 innings on the mound in winner-take-all baseball games and has hung a 0 on the scoreboard in all 23 of them. He has thrown complete game shutouts in 2 of those games, the 2014 wildcard game and Wednesday night against the Mets. Curious how many pitchers in history have thrown multiple shutouts in winner-take-all postseason games? Just one. Madison Bumgarner. The baseball postseason opened with a wild card elimination game in the American League. Former Yankee manager and current Baltimore Orioles skipper Buck Showalter has been criticized for passing over closer Zach Britton in extras as Toronto would go on atop the O's. Britton has a .54 earned run average this season and went 47 of 47 in save chances. He is among the candidates for American League Cy Young. The Blue Jays parlayed that elimination game victory into a Game 1 win in the American League Division Series Thursday. The Jays pounded Texas 10-1. Cleveland would also open its ALDS series with Boston Thursday in the win column. The Indians held off the Red Sox 5-4. Tribe manager Terry Francona decided to go to former Yankee reliever and closer Andrew Miller in the 5th inning. That would be the anti-Showalter move. This time it worked out for Francona and the Indians. The Yankees earned their final win of the season last Saturday in the Bronx. Our BronxNet cameras checked in one final time to say goodbye to Mark Teixeira. The Yankee first baseman is retiring at 36 and played his last game in pinstripes Sunday. Here's more from Mark and the Bronx Bombers.
A lot of your hits this season, too, have come in those big kind of moments. You seem to have a knack for it.
Luck. That's all I can attribute it to, I guess. But like I said, I work really hard in the cage, try to stay ready. I kind of had this role in 2013, so I know what to expect. I know when I'm going to be called and read situations and make sure I'm ready.
Make sure everybody has a fair shot. And we want to win every time we go out there, even though obviously we're not going to the playoffs. We, want to give it everything we have, and, we were able to win today.
It's been big, getting a chance to come up here and play meaningful games. It's something that I'll take with me into next year and years to come.
That was great. I mean, Austin's a really good ball player, and you know, when he gets his chances, he performs, and it was really fun to watch tonight.
Don't worry, Yankee fans. The Bombers are on the rise again. They'll be back and better next season. Met fans shouldn't be depressed either. The Amazing still have a team in place that should compete again next year, too. We shift gears from the baseball diamond to the NFL gridiron, where the New York Jets took another step back. Gang Green fell to Seattle 27-17 on Sunday at MetLife Stadium. Here's our Jet report.
We definitely need to find ways to win. You know, we have to take it 1 week at a time. You know, we have a good football team too. You know, I know you kind of froze up when you said it, but I definitely think we have a good football team. We just have to go out there and play perfect.
I think we're out of sync right now. I don't think we're not really on all cylinders, so to speak. You know, the run game today, especially, wasn't a lot out there, and when we do that, it puts a lot of pressure on the passing game, and they have to work together.
You know, I knew coming into this game that it'd be a dogfight. You know, with Brandon, he's going to end up in the Hall of Fame with a gold jacket because he's done it everywhere he's been. He did it in Miami. He did it in he's doing it in New York. He did it in Denver. He's just a great player, and he's going to make his plays. And I knew that coming in. That's how the matchups go.
Feeling great though. You know, I thought our offensive line did a phenomenal job. They protected really well. We played physical. Guys were lights out catching the football. You see the playmakers that we have, and it makes it easy on me in terms of throwing the ball and getting the ball out on time and letting those guys be true playmakers that they are. So
you couldn't ask for that's like cherry on top. But like I said, it's been a crazy week, man. Especially flying from different time zones, and trying to learn the plays that was going in for this game. I mean, you couldn't ask for nothing better. And then on top, you come away with a win. That's the most important thing to me. Touchdowns and all that stuff is great, but at the end of the day, you want to win and keep trying to stack them. So I'm glad that we was able to get a win today.
Things won't get easier for the Jets moving forward. They will be in Pittsburgh this Sunday. The team will need a big day from running back Matt Forte. That will help the Jets control the clock against a very strong Steelers squad. For more on the Jets and the Giants, tune in tonight for our latest edition of Sports NYC featuring WFAN sports reporter Mike Mancuso. The New York Giants took a step back as well, and they did it on Monday Night Football with a national audience tuning in. The Vikings topped the G-Men 24-10 to improve to 4-0 while dropping the Giants to 2-2. Like the Jets, the Giants won't have much time to dwell on things. The Green Bay Packers are up next in the short week. The Giants will face the Pack in Green Bay on Sunday Night Football. That game kicks at 8:30 p.m. Giants wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. struggled with his emotions on the sidelines again Monday night, saying afterward that playing football just isn't fun anymore. Beckham said later in the week that he would do a better job of behaving. Head coach Ben McAdoo and Giants quarterback Eli Manning have both encouraged Beckham to reel it in. The Giants and the Jets both need wins this weekend. They'll have to play much better than they have the past 2 weeks to do so. Time for some quick hitters from around the world of sports. The WNBA Finals will feature the two best teams, the 28-6 Minnesota Lynx against the 28-6 Los Angeles Sparks. The two were head and shoulders above the rest and now meet in a best-of-5 series to determine the champion. That series opens Sunday in Minneapolis. Jeremy Lin and the Brooklyn Nets topped Detroit in preseason basketball 101-94, the final. Lin, who has been working on his jump shot, had 21 points. He looked good. Couldn't say the same for the Knicks, who opened with a 130-103 loss to Houston, but after all, it's just the preseason. The Knicks and Nets meet Saturday night at the Garden. The Knicks will also be home Monday night for Washington as the preseason rolls on. In other news, the Knicks are hoping their new point guard doesn't get jammed up in court. A woman accusing Derrick Rose and two friends of gang rape testified this week in her $21.5 million lawsuit. Rose has been adamant that he hasn't done anything wrong. Both he and the club are hopeful for his return. Those are the headlines. We hit the C-list for a note on October baseball. Is my memo to managers this October. When it comes to the postseason, all bets are off, and that means overusing pitchers like Madison Bumgarner, calling relievers on in innings that they don't normally pitch, and looking for heroes in places never dreamed of. No-name guys like Connor Gillespie, who just made a memory that will last a lifetime. October baseball is not for the faint of heart. It's for the risk takers. Managers like Bob Brenly, who helped the Arizona Diamondbacks get past the Yankees in 2001 in an epic 7-game series by pitching Randy Johnson and Kurt Schilling as much as possible. To win the World Series, you've got to pull out all the stops. You've got to be a little lucky too, but usually the victor is the one that stops at nothing. I didn't blame Buck Showalter for trying to hold off until he got a lead late in Canada, and one will never know. Maybe Britton gives up the game. Maybe he pitches 2 scoreless innings and the O's lose anyway in extras. Maybe Terry Francona would be down 0-1 in the series after going to Andrew Miller a little too early. Some moves work, some moves don't, but managers and teams can't be afraid to be daring this time of year. Have no fear, managers. The postseason is here. That's your sports. I'm Bobby C.